He realized that it was okay to fail, okay to take a wrong turn.
Selection for the Special Forces is all about heart and spirit. One was when I broke my back and was in rehabilitation for a long time, in that I was physically strong and I was doing a job I loved, and suddenly I couldn't even reach the bathroom. In the early days of TV especially, there was so much pressure to...
Life is such a struggle, and sometimes all we need is just a motivation to come out those worst situations and change your life into beautiful gift of God. That's what Bear Grylls tells us from his past sufferings of life, from tragic moment of his life, and from the uncertainties he bears in his life. So in this video we are just short summarizing the Bear Grylls life story, and if this video gets a great response, we will make a longer one with clear specific details of his life. So let's start this story. So in the year 1996, Bear Grylls was with his military team and he jumps out of his helicopter. Bear Grylls was already a professional parachuter and he has done these kinds of jumps many times before. It was quite normal for him to do things like this. But on this day, uncertainty happens. When the Bear Grylls reaches the estimated height to open the parachute, he won't able to open his parachute. It was a big parachute failure, and he strike with the land, and it was such a big painful experience. As Bear Grylls tells this in his autobiography, that the pain was very unbearable and very unimaginable. He was waiting there for his team to come up and rescue him. After this, he goes to hospital and spend almost about 1 year in rehabilitation and get recovered as soon as possible. But this wasn't this easy, because he has broken his 3 major spinal bones, T8, T10 and T12, which wouldn't get easily recovered. He won't even able to go to washroom or do normal things. So he asked the doctors, would he ever able to walk? And none of the doctors replied him directly or give him a clear answer. So he calls out doctor and asks for his X-ray details. And when he watches the X-ray, he becomes more fearable. He can clearly see those 3 broken spinal bones, and now he was worrying about and thinking about that maybe he won't able to walk like before. And so that's what become the most depressive part in his life. He really gone into the depression and the fear of not being able to become normal. So in his biography, this was the biggest tragic moment of his life. You also can read his biography if you like it. I completely really love Bear Grylls' biography. And so one day when he was just laying down on his bed, he turns out and there was a picture on his table, and the picture was of Mount Everest. And then when he sees this Mount Everest picture, he remember a childhood dream of going onto the mountain. So Bear Grylls wants to fulfill this dream at all costs. So he desires to achieve this dream and start recovery as soon as possible. So he built this new dream and struggled so much to achieve this dream. Every day he tries to heal himself, tries to recover himself as soon as possible. Although all odds are against him, but somehow he manages to start this new journey, and just in 1 year he finally recovers himself. And after this he won't stop. He just achieve this new dream of climbing Mount Everest. So he start this journey by sponsoring himself from some companies, but this wasn't easy at all again, because he gets rejected by 250 companies when he puts this article, goes with them and asks to sponsor him for mountain climbing. 250 companies rejected him. That's so hard to swallow, that's so hard to understand what was the situation of him, that rejected by 250 companies. But still, he won't stop there and just keep sending them messages, sending them letters just to sponsor him. And after some time, a big company sponsor him to climb the mountain with the amount of 10,000 US dollars, and then he climbed the Mount Everest and become the youngest Britisher to climb the mountain just at the age of 23. So now you can finally get motivated that this person won't stop at all cost. And he is so brave. That's why he done so many things after after facing so many bad conditions and facing so many bad parts of life. So after this successful attempt of mountain climbing, although it was too hard because he lost his 4 friends in that mountain climbing journey, but still he achieved the dream of climbing Mount Everest. So after this, he done all things, he gets so many awards, and then continue his journey towards success, towards making life more beautiful, towards give other people's motivation and make their life beautiful too. And then years later, he started this show called Man vs Wild and other TV shows as well, and finally settles in his life and finally have a healthy and great lifestyle. This story completely motivates me, and I know I didn't cover so many other parts of his life because the video getting so much long, and I will make sure that I will make a bigger longer video in which I clearly mention each and every detail. But still, if you want clear specific detail of his life, I would recommend you that you should go and study his autobiography. I hope this video will make you motivates and gives you hope about life and gives you a direction towards achievement of your goals and a clarity of your vision and whatever you want to do in your life. Just don't give up like Bear Grylls. He is a brilliant example of not quitting. So let's end this video here. Goodbye.